Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital gives 5 couples I think need to get together ASAP to spice things up in Port Charles. In the mix is a love match for Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, one for Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, and also Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, among others. And now let's talk romance on GH, and who is in dire need of some good loving. The number 1 couple I'd like to see happen on General Hospital is Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, and her legal arch-nemesis, Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight. First, because these two are an absolute blast together. Their bickering and bantering back and forth is always hilarious. Martin has the same kind of energy to me that Luke Spencer, Anthony Geary, did, and he was the love of Tracy's life. Martin is that roguish kind of guy who colors outside the lines, loves the ladies, and looks good in a pastel suit. He had a gaggle of ex-wives and seems to like getting married with the inevitability of knowing it won't last. And Tracy Q, for her part, had 6 husbands, technically 6 marriages to 5 husbands, because she married Luke twice. Every scene with Martin and Tracy is riveting, and I think they would be genuinely good together. And oh, that beautiful silver hair, because they both have that lovely, lovely silver hair. Tracy just had Martin shipped off to California to face some late alimony payment issues in court. I would love if he came back with a grudge, and that he and Tracy tangled and wound up sparking at last. The number 2 couple I'd like to see happen may seem odd at first, but I will explain. I'm interested to see GH do a romance with Assistant District Attorney Justine Turner and bad guy Sidwell. I know that sounds random, but there is a reason. In case you didn't know it, the actors that play Turner and Sidwell, Nazneen Contractor and Carlo Rota, are real-life spouses. So I think it'd be fun to see if their off-screen married chemistry translates to an on-screen chemistry for their characters, the lawyer and the villain. Plus, Turner thinks Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, is dirty and is digging into her past to prove that she looks the other way, while Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Valentine Casadine, James Patrick Stewart, commit crimes. Turner's acting all high and mighty, so it might be fun to see her get involved with a criminal like Sidwell. That could be pretty spicy and make her into a little bit of a hypocrite and give Anna something to work with. And I'm sure husband and wife would like to work together. The number 3 couple I want to see happen is one that they are already teasing. That's Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, and Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos. General Hospital has them in scenes pretty regularly, not too often, but enough. But let's be real, they need to pick up the pace on this already. Cody and Molly had chemistry right away when Cody was acting like a drunk idiot at Charlie's, and Molly put him in his place. And then they had the rooftop thing, and it's all been building. And right now, Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, is getting his act together, and he is showing Molly his better side. Cody even got Molly's dad, Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, to make peace with her mom, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn. And that was a miracle that Cody Bell accomplished with his meddling. And he was there for Molly when she found out about Rick's car accident. Plus, Cody's got a wild streak that could be fun for Molly to explore. You know the saying, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Let's hope that happens soon, because Molly is going to need somebody in her corner when she finds out that Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mansi, caused Rick's accident, and Cody could be her rock. The number 4 couple to talk about is one that's been together before, but is not together now. And that's Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, and Sonny. At the moment, Nina has no love in her life, and her bed buddy, Drew Kane Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, is hitting the sheets with her daughter, Willow Tate, Kathleen McMullen. And of course, Sonny is seeing Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, but thankfully, they've not gotten in too deep as a couple. Having her son, Marco Rios, Adrian, and Kondo in Port Charles is a big reminder of when she first came on the scene and her blatant homophobia, which is ironic because it turns out that both of her kids are gay, Blaze, Jacqueline Grace Lopez, and Marco, and apparently she tried to keep them both closeted or keep it secret, it seems, and that's why Marco isn't happy with her now. Plus, Natalia been lying about Sidwell to everybody, and this week she's going to come clean with Sonny. Meanwhile, he's kind of past any irritation he had with Nina calling the SEC on Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, and there's still lots of love there between Sonny and Nina. And at this point, I don't think Carly would care anymore if Sonny got with Nina. I don't think anybody else in the family would care, even Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, at this point. And Nina never fell for Drew, but she definitely needs a new guy to help her deal with some of the anger that she's got for having to deal with him every day. Plus, Nina and Sonny had great chemistry, and they had a sizable fan base. Lots of people would love to see them back together. And now would be a great time because Sonny has 2 prizes ready to explode. Alright, the fifth and final couple I want to talk about. I only have half of the couple identified. Basically, it's a guy that needs to be with someone. They could pair him with literally anybody in the cast of characters, and I think it would make fans happy. I'm talking about Jason. It's been more than a year since they brought back Steve Burton to General Hospital. And he's in 3 platonic relationships right now. One with Anna, one with Carly, and one with Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson. All that stone-cold hotness is being wasted on a whole lot of nothing. Since his return from the dead, Jason had 2 measly kisses, and neither really meant anything. There was the one with Anna in Africa when they were about to die, and then one recently with Sasha when she planted one on Jason at the PCPD. Because Willow was watching. Jason and Sasha are, of course, pretending that they're having this kid together, so they were trying to sell it, and that's it. It's insane how they're underutilizing a sexy guy like Jason. Unless Steve Burton asked for a no-love scene clause in his contract, I just don't get it. Now, reportedly, Burton shot down the idea of a Jason/Anna pairing for whatever reason. That's backstage talk, that's not fact. That's scuttlebutt, but either way, Jason needs some love in his life, or at least a little taste of romance. Maybe General Hospital will turn Sasha and Jason's fake romance into something real. Is hoping. There are a lot more problematic couples, but these are the main ones that I think need fixed ASAP. In a town where love is never simple and passion always finds a way to stir up secrets, General Hospital continues to deliver fiery chemistry, shocking betrayals, and missed romantic opportunities. But even in the midst of courtroom drama, mob violence, and hospital emergencies, Port Charles is desperately lacking in one crucial area: couples that fans can root for with their whole heart. It's not just about steamy kisses or emotional confessions. It's about real connection, the kind of lightning in a bottle romance that lights up the screen and brings viewers back day after day. And right now, there are pairings just waiting to explode, if only GH would finally pull the trigger. It's no surprise that Tracy Quartermain continues to stir the pot with her signature sarcasm and steel-nerved wit. But for a woman with such history, prestige, and fire, she deserves more than just boardroom battles and family meddling. Tracy needs a partner who can challenge her, someone with intelligence, backbone, and just the right amount of charm. Enter Gregory Sidwell, the professor with a past, the father fighting for time, and the man whose final chapter could be one of passion if the writers dare to go there. Tracy and Sidwell have shared a few brief scenes that hinted at real intrigue. 2 older souls with decades of experience, pain, and pride. Their pairing would not only give viewers a refreshing and mature love story, but could pave the way for stunning Quartermain family drama, and one last epic romance for Tracy to sink her teeth into. And then there's Cody Bell, the wild card with a heart of gold. His story has taken him from stuntman to stable hand to accidental heir, and yet no one seems to know what to do with him romantically. His friendship with Sasha Gilmore turned from flirtation to platonic support, especially during her traumatic descent into public manipulation and recovery. But that doesn't mean the romantic chemistry vanished. In fact, it's still there, pulsing underneath every gentle touch and lingering glance. Sasha needs someone who sees her as more than a victim, someone who doesn't walk away when things get hard. And Cody, for all his baggage, could be the anchor she never knew she needed. But if GH isn't ready to go all in on Sasha and Cody, there's another path just waiting for him. Brooke Lynn Quartermain. Their shared past, fast-paced banter, and impulsive energy could lead to a love story filled with chaos and loyalty. Either way, Cody deserves a real romance, and fans deserve unspoken fire between Christina Corinthos Davis and Blaze. The show is tiptoed around their attraction, building the slowest of burns, with longing stares, subtle support, and hesitant flirtation. But in a city filled with over-the-top romances and criminal power couples, this quiet, modern love story might just be what GH needs. Christina is fierce, opinionated, and full of passion. Blaze is cautious, but emotionally intense, dealing with family pressures and navigating her identity. Watching them fall in love could open the door to a kind of representation and vulnerability we rarely see on daytime TV. The chemistry is undeniable, and the timing is right. It's not just about making a statement. It's about telling a story that fans have been begging to see unfold. Curtis Ashford is another character in need of a romantic reset. After the devastating shooting that left him paralyzed and the rocky fallout with Portia Robinson, Curtis is navigating a world of pain, regret, and disappointment. But through it all, one connection continues to stand out: Jordan Ashford. These two share a complicated past, deep respect, and a chemistry that refuses to die, no matter how far they try to walk away. Jordan has always challenged Curtis, seen through his defenses, and reminded him of who he really is. Reuniting them could restore both characters to emotional prominence, while giving viewers a second-chance love story that is rooted in growth and honesty. Let them fight, let them hurt, but let them find their way back, because their story isn't over yet. And finally, there's the unexpected, fan-favorite friendship turned maybe something more between Elizabeth Webber and Hamilton Finn. Their dynamic has evolved from professional respect to messy entanglements and now hovers somewhere in between. But fans are still split. Are they better off as co-parents and confidants? Or is there room for love to grow in the shadow of all they've lost? Liz, who has spent years wrapped up in toxic or tragic romances, deserves a partner who sees her, not just the nurse or the mother or the legacy name, but the woman who has survived everything and still chooses to care for others. And Finn, who's dealt with addiction, heartbreak, and the chaos of fatherhood, needs someone who understands him without judgment. Their chemistry might not be explosive, but it's steady, and in Port Charles, that's something rare and precious. These couples could be the future of General Hospital, if only the writers lean in and allow the emotional arcs to unfold. Romance doesn't always need a mob war or a courtroom twist to be compelling. Sometimes it just needs two characters, in a quiet room, choosing each other against all odds. That's what fans crave: love stories that feel earned, authentic, and electrifying. And in a world where hearts are always breaking and alliances are shifting, these pairings offer something priceless: hope. Of course, Port Charles is never predictable. A new character could walk into Kelly's tomorrow and upend everything. A plane could crash, a secret baby could be revealed, or an old flame might rise from the ashes. But as things stand now, these potential couples represent more than just what's missing. They represent everything GH could be again. Classic, emotional, character-driven romance. Because no matter how dark things get, love is what keeps this town beating. And for fans who have been watching for decades, that love story is always worth the wait. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.